I'm launching this pretty raw form. It wasn't the polished version that I anticipated. There's probably going to be rambling along the way. Well, it is what it is. If I were to bottom line up front why you're not seeing my face, and this is the Headless Homesteader. I have lived in a professional box for so many years now that I just want to be makeupless, raw, rambling, and wild. I don't know. I'm not really wild, but my husband and I have lived a pretty robust and just interesting life with travel and different experiences and just an adventurous life. And we've always had this place, this land to kind of come back to. And it really is a place of love. And we were in a position with the recent election, just to be clear, it just seemed like the most fitting time to change where we were and move back to what we have had essentially as our home base for about 10 years now, while we've been away or doing different things over that course of 10 years. So this land, this property was something that I wanted to invest more of my heart and my hands into, to grow our own food, to also one of the things that I really want to have in life is a beautiful walk-through garden with both native grown plants, but also a food forest, and kind of this idea of combining those elements to have a not just your standard green flat yard. I hate your standard green flat yard. I think there needs to be functionality, there needs to be beauty, and so that's my entire intent. So when we got home, we had some things to do with our property itself, just minor I think repairs and like cleaning and different things, because we had been away from this property for 3, almost 4 years. And thank goodness we have a family. My father-in-law takes care of the property so wonderfully while we're gone. And it just made what we were doing feasible at the time over those course of years. So when we got back, we had those things to tackle, building raised beds from recyclable material that we have or had. And I'll kind of talk through some of that process. So I've built some raised beds. I've added some easy do-it-yourself beds in the front that I'm excited about. To be transparent, I saw that on Instagram and was like, okay, I need to try this. This looks really easy. So I hope to continue to share that journey with that do-it-yourself, as well as the beds that I've reclaimed, as well as some of the no-grow techniques that we're going to use in the spring. But I have flower beds I dug out in the front of the house that needed resoiled. Gosh, I don't know how many things. I've seeded everything that I could for this start of the year in December. And I have a lively little greenhouse going in our back sunroom porch, which is where I'm at now. Yeah, so I'm gonna share all of those things, maybe more polished, I don't know. It's garden, we're gonna get dirty, we're gonna be raw. So I'm probably even going to do some very minor editing, if any, on some of the videos. So if you're here, you're gonna see some raw content. I do love to edit. I just don't want to spend all day editing. Like, I know I'm skilled at that. I know I can make things pop and make them pretty, but really I just, there's a certain like functionality with hints of beauty. We'll see along the way how I decide to develop that. As of now, it's like, I'm launching this pretty raw form. It wasn't the polished version that I anticipated. There's probably going to be some rambling along the way. So if you want to hang out with me while I ramble around in the garden, I love to tell stories, and I also not ever adhere to the long story short. That is just not how I operate. But however, in the professional sphere, I can do a bottom line up front if needed. I'm pretty skilled at that. But if I'm talking and we're just being good Judies, then I'm going to be rambling and telling you all the details, and that's just what we're going to do here. I'm not going to edit myself down. I'm not going to live in a little box of professionalism. I've done that far too long. And I think that's where, if I were to bottom line up front, why you're not seeing my face, and this is the Headless Homesteader. I have lived in a professional box for so many years now that I just want to be makeupless, raw, rambling, and wild. I don't know. I'm not really wild, but I flashed to Lord of the Rings with Gollum, the raw and wriggling. Like, that's what you're gonna get here. Yeah, so it may not be what you're signing up for or what you thought you were getting into, but it is what it is. So thank you all. However, and whenever you stumble upon this video, I might have 0 subscribers for a long time, and I might only have a handful of people that eventually do end up subscribing, but it is okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Awkward turtle. See ya.